Okay, guys, here's a Autolisp routine I've written to automatically label all the steel in our detail drawings. Um, for this example, I'll use a pipe rack set of pipe rack drawings. This is a module in plan view right now, so let's give it a try here. I'll type in the name of the command, and the first thing it'll ask me is label steel in all viewports or select viewport. I'll select all, so I'm on both. Insert elevation half bubbles. Yes. Once it's in here, it got all the properties for the viewports and knows that these are in plan view, so it'll ask that question. So yes. Now enter plan elevation number of active viewport in millimeters with no decimal. So the active viewport is this one. It's asking for this number right here, which is 106540. I'll take that in. 106540, no decimals. Hit enter. And there you go. It adds all the beam sizes, column sizes, and the half bubbles. Then it goes up to the next viewport, asks the same set of questions again. Yes for the half bubbles. And then number for this is 102075. That's the planet elevation number. Hit enter. And there it goes again. And you can see it's added all the half bubbles. For instance, here, right here, there's 3 different sizes of beams, so it adds 3 different sets of text and offsets it correctly. Here, there's 2 different sizes, a 310 by 52 at 2 different elevations, and another 310 by 67, and adds in all the columns at 45 degrees, the column sizes, puts them in correctly, and now let's try the elevations. On elevation drawing, it'll get the viewport properties. It asks me again, all viewports or select viewport. I hit all. It got all the viewport properties and knew its elevation. Didn't have to ask me if it wanted the elevation half bubbles or not. So here you are. Put in all the beams, the column sizes, the bracing, and with this you could use any double angle in the Cadworx library, or you could put in a single and mirror it yourself. It doesn't really matter. I set it up so it knows either. For instance, here I've done a single and mirrored it over in the model. It saw that and it put in 2 102 by 76 angles, long leg vertical. It rotated and inserted the text in paper space. It's rotated in space correctly. And then let's try one more here, the bent drawing. Let's do that again. And it'll ask me all or select. I'll select all. And it adds in all the beam sizes in the correct locations, all rotated correctly. It didn't do this one because it's a detail, and both endpoints of each piece of steel aren't within the viewport, so I'll have to do this one separately. I'll set the command again. I'll select viewport. I'll select the viewport and ask me in the command line here, label all steel in this viewport or select steel. And I'll select S for select, and it'll automatically zoom into that viewport. From here, if I want the text at the bottom of the beam, I'll select the bottom. If I want at the top of the beam, I'll select the top, for instance, and then also line up with my selection point. So there you go. Same thing with the column. I want the text on the left side here, so I select the left side. I could have selected the top of the beam and put it up here. Select it right there, it puts it up there, and aligns it with my selection point, and same with the column again right here. So, and then I'll hit X to exit, and that's it. That saves a lot of time and a lot of errors.